but some of the big, like, weaknesses in their game is that they make some fundamental mistakes. They get over-aggressive, they get overconfident, but this is a team with a lot of deadly skill.
We'll see how it unfolds here. Best of 3, starting off on Inferno. It's Liquid versus VEGA, and already VEGA running up. There's 3 men stacked at top. Banana Nitro going to be the one to get the kill, but that's kind of hard to deal with. And they were only a 2-man squad. I'm not even sure they were flashed in or anything, so a little bit crazy maybe. Yeah,
it did feel a little crazy. No flashbang coming out. And Team Liquid on the CT sides, their pistol rounds out for some time. They're very, very inventive, very creative, and they usually pick somewhere to stack. Unfortunately, they won't run right into it, but Twist is now the one under a lot of pressure in pit, and he's going to get dropped. JDM just hiding in sight, but he's isolated.
That gives them a USP to work with and plenty of time, and they're actually rotating back towards the B-bomb. Great headshot coming up from Elige. That looked like it shouldn't have been a fight. I think Hutchie should have been able to stay alive in the pit there for much longer. The fact that he gave himself up so early, definitely a bit of a mistake. The bomb will go down though, and now 3 versus 4. Chopper looking to take the fight. Nitro able to get the kill second of the round for him, leaving Mir and JR left. 2 versus 4 now. Mir is definitely a very good player, but that's just too much to handle. Stan going to be able to take him down, and JR, he's kind of isolated here. As soon as they tap the bomb, he has to show himself, and there's going to be 3 members coming for him. No issue at all on the retake there for Liquid.
Yeah, it looks scary though, didn't it? A massive over-rotation you feel with everyone evacuating that B-bomb site, and a 5-on-4 just not even guarding it whatsoever. So there was a chance there for VEGA. A good pistol round from Nitro. He gets 2 kills and rotating over, getting that 1 kill out towards the back of the bomb site. That was perfect. And that's, that's something I think VEGA is going to look towards later on in the half. I guarantee they go back to some kind of a fake, knowing that Liquid bit this hard on it. Just one person jumping into pit, getting 1 kill, and all 5 players there, completely open B bomb site. VEGA is going to try and exploit that.
I have to wonder almost if that kind of a rotation was actually fed by Liquid themselves, because they have 3 members stacked there. So once they fall back, they have a temptation to sort of fall everybody back, because they feel like maybe they've been found out,
Look at this buy, and they're about to eat so much nade damage. That's huge, but there's a lot of danger in this. MAC-10's everywhere, but there's just too much chip damage. Nitro's going to spray down 3, and they are going to get into the bomb site. They likely get another plant out of this, but the investment, I'm not quite sure if this is going to constitute it being worth it.
Yeah, I think that's very doubtful as well. It's rare that we get to see HE grenades do so much damage in a game of Counter-Strike. Like, usually they just almost don't do anything at all, I think. So, Chopper and Kashanda now left. Bomb is down, but MAC-10 waiting in the smoke. This is something Chopper does so much. He loves playing with the smokes. I know it's a really great pain for Karrigan. I know he's happy that they weren't playing VEGA, because that's definitely something that they're known for. A lot of smokes all around, and in fact, another one going up. The MAC-10 going to come out on top, and Chopper making his way through into construction. This is a little bit dangerous. Kashanda will be going down, and so will Chopper. So eventually, it's going to be Liquid coming out on top, but that got way too close.
It did, and that actually may have turned it worth it, as the 3 kills, some of the bonus money from the MAC-10s that got some of those kills. Now they're not able to keep the M4, obviously, but keeping the money low for Team Liquid, who's got to invest back into this, and with that plant, it kind of neutralizes things. They can go into the next round with a strong buy, or as we're seeing, they can just buy an AK-47 here and invest again for the VEGA squadron side, which is going to be starting out to be a wacky half, isn't it, Anders?
All right, we had a slightly mental death segment going into some fairly strange Counter-Strike.
It's contagious, isn't it?
It is, but actually this is sort of what I was expecting of VEGA Squadron, and I think it's one of the reasons why Liquid have to be so careful, because they do just play sort of an offbeat kind of Counter-Strike that's really, really hard to deal with, obviously, if you're used to something else, which Liquid should be by now. Elige gonna go for a bit of a peek, but now they at least know that there is that Galil in play.
And that's the thing, I don't think Elige makes that play if he knows that they've invested into this round. So, I mean, maybe VEGA catching Liquid a little off guard here. This is now scary. Look how far back those 2 players are on the ramp still. JR is going to peek now. Nitro absolutely cannot fall in this position. He's the only defender, and that's a stellar shot. Stanislaw can't find any info over the smoke. Should hear a jump up into the window, but 4 players for VEGA are going to start gathering towards this A site.
It's going to be a bit annoying for Stan. It's rare that you can sort of look into mid that long late in the round.
See nothing.
And nobody gets spotted. That's a bit weird. Looks like we might have a bit of an explosive play out towards the apartments. If they could be flashed in from middle somewhere, then that's usually a pretty good play. Oh, Mir going to be setting up the smoke. Is he going to get the flashbang over as well? That one's for the archway, but you can throw a pretty good flashbang over there as well. I think that one's a bit much to the side. Down in the pit here, Stan looking for a big opening. Twist is going to get one, but he can't follow it up. Instead, it's Mir with a double kill, and JDM in a lot of trouble on the bomb site with the UMP. He gets the 1, and somehow he's still alive. Mir is isolated, and the more time passes, the closer Nitro is going to get here. So JDM Just going to be waiting for the moment. Said he's very good, Mir, but this is just a bit too much. Nitro hiding in the smoke, not walking through it, which is definitely a good idea, and time is simply running out. 15 seconds. Mir looking to get out, and Nitro with the perfect timing. Liquid, again, surviving the force buy scare.
Yeah, in a 4-on-5 as well. Great hold. The double pit setup that Liquid calls there is the perfect tactic, obviously, for all of VEGA coming out of Palace. And I'm actually a little bit, or outside of Halls, excuse me. I'm actually a little bit surprised that Twist and Stanislaw didn't just lock that down with every single kill. Seemed like each one of them missed a kill that more often than not they're going to get. But regardless, they are able to deny the plant as well. That's the big thing, because now VEGA can't. There's no reasoning in their head that can say they can force buy into this round. They didn't get the extra $800, so they're just going to be back onto pistols. Now again, you're going to see some of the aggressiveness. Stanislaw seeing what he can find. Any of the bonus money would be perfect here. And these first 3 rounds from VEGA have been very simple. I haven't really done anything crazy tactically. I think the most advanced thing was that fake they threw in the pistol, but other than that, it's been grouping up and hitting, and this is no different. And there's a TK, actually, and Elige is just going to start building up the kills.
It's a very smooth round coming out of him. Not even a chance to reload yet. Doesn't even matter. They're just going to go hunting. And JR is going to be fine. That's a great quad kill for Elige. Might have even been the ace if he didn't get cheated out of that one.
Wacky TK.
Now, I actually think most of the danger in playing VEGA probably does lie when they're playing on the T side, right? That's where I kind of expect them to make some of those crazy rush plays for the smoke and everything else, especially on a map like Inferno. So if Liquid could get them to cool down here on the T side, that's great for Liquid, I reckon. And
also for Liquid, I think one of the things that has marked their kind of ascension into the Tier 1 has been how dynamic and how creative they can be on the CT side in terms of making aggressive plays that aren't like an over-aggression, but just to get someone like JDM involved, or to get someone like Elige that opening kill.
Yes.
They've been very, very good at finding those on the CT side in recent months. But definitely, I mean, the tough part is for Liquid is you likely can't prepare a whole lot for this matchup coming into it. Yeah, Vegas played some games, but not against the top-tier competition, so they've got to be very careful of if they've taken any notes or if they've studied this team at all of what exactly they're filtering out.
Yeah, and you also got to feel like even if you did prepare and sort of knew some of the timings, it's different having actually felt it recently. See if they can get the jump into pit. Hutchie's already down here, and Twist actually did get a kill before he went down. Stan now the only one on the bomb side, and somehow he wins that fight. Makes it double kill with the MP9, almost a third as well. Might have done enough here. Elige versus JR. And the bomb is about to be picked up. Elige is coming in from a very unlikely angle. That's a straight headshot. JR, no chance at all. And Liquid win it again. All of these rounds down to sort of 2v2s.
Yeah, it's had some close ones, and obviously that's tough for Team Liquid. They're loving it that they continue to win and everything, but they're not able to really stabilize, not able to feel comfortable with the economy. But I mean, it's just VEGA Squadron seems to have some good ideas. I mean, you just mentioned timing there as the flashbangs were coming over, as players were jumping out of balcony and into pit, and Twist missed those timing, and the player in the bomb site wasn't behind cover when it occurred. So there's some danger in that previous round for VEGA to get a very, very clean win or clean take onto that A bomb site, and Liquid just barely holds on.
Now we have JDM with the AWP, which is usually, I think, a side you love to see. There's been a couple of games lately where he's sort of fallen away, but I think most of the time he's actually really proficient with it, and that's going to be hard for VEGA to try and beat now.
I mean, the difference in Team Liquid when JDM is having a good game and a bad game is insane. Like, when JDM's having a good game in a good series or a good tournament, this is a team that can contend to lift the trophy at the end of the day. If they don't have JDM, I think this is a team that's, contending for top 8, maybe a top 4, depending on how everyone else is playing, but they just have a whole new look, and that's just the style of opping. That's the impact that JDM can have with the AWP.
So right now, one AK-47 in play for Mir, and just a little bit spread around the rest of VEGA Squadron, so not really that impressive. They need some sort of big breakthrough, and you have to wonder where it's going to come from. They have 2 flashbangs. If they wanted to set Mir up for any kind of a peak, maybe they could do that, but they'd better be really good flashbangs, otherwise this round is pretty much going to just wash away, I think. They're being allowed quite far back into Archway. In fact, maybe this is a bit of a giveaway. If Stan goes down somehow, and the timing is almost perfect for it, they walk through the smoke with really almost no notice at all, and now they're going to try and run close. There's the Tech 9 for Twist, going straight down, and Stan is next. Kashanda with a big double opening, leaving JDM by quad, and he's about to be completely surrounded. He sees the bomb drop down, And now it's actually right in front of him. He's going to miss the flick, and JR will take him down. What a big turnaround here for VEGA.
Yeah, what an awkward spot to be in for JDM. Could get nothing done but a leash. Now he's got to use that signature aim. There it is. One tap, and there goes Mir. He's got a chance now. A 2-on-2 coming into the bomb site. His teammate is here as well. They have everything they could possibly need. There's the pop flash. A leash turns from it, gets one. Does the damage onto JR. Nitro trying to recover this round. I think he spotted JR, and he does it. Miraculous, and you feel like that's one that just got away from VEGA. They had everything they could have asked for.
This is ridiculous. There's so many rounds in a row where it's just those 1v1s that it comes down to, or at least 2v2s, and Liquid are winning all of them. The round bonus at least means that they can buy again with the bomb plant, but still, it's got to start to tear a little bit on VEGA, and just knowing that they could have won maybe 2 or 3 out of these rounds, and they just haven't.
I think they're okay at this point because the lead that Liquid is at is not as dire as it may seem to be, just because they're getting blanked out. I think if this starts to get up towards like 9-10, that's when you start to feel stressed. But you know at the moment with how these rounds have gone, that you've got Liquid in a situation where as soon as you win one round, you're going to have a big advantage in terms of what you can bring to bear into the next one, especially considering that was a half buy. Look at JR, he's going to go challenge quick, and JDM gets caught.
That's so hard to deal with, and that's what I talked about when I was talking about sort of playing offbeat. They're just following up with the aggression. They're not slowing down, pushing in with the bomb first. That means they're definitely committed, and Twist locking it down with a big double kill. Chopper coming in, and he almost drops Twist in the pit, but it just might not be enough here. Mir now in a 1 versus 2. At least he's going to be able to pick up the bomb, but that grenade, I think that pretty much seals the deal. AK might be good, and I still think he is a potential star player, but 1 versus 2 like this.
No, but this isn't a bad idea from him in any way. I mean, 7 HP, you're going to be at a disadvantage in all the heads-up fights you take, so essentially he's just going to slow things down and pray he gets some fortunate timings. The other thing it does is after a certain amount of time, either Nitro or Elige, one of them might consider going back to the B bomb site, splitting them up, and then you have 1-on-1s instead of a 1-on-2. It's all down to timing, but the other thing is Team Liquid has really taken a page out of the SK Gaming book, and perhaps it is because Zeus is the coach, the Brazilian coach who once coached SK. Their clutches, they play together at all times. In these kind of situations, instead of splitting up and watching both bomb sites, they just say, we're going to play together and cover one site, and we'll trust ourselves to work together to take over the other one. And unfortunately, the timing is not going to work out for Mir in this. He does fall as he tries to make his way up Banana.
Yeah, but I think you're right, though. I mean, it wasn't a bad idea at all. And it could have almost worked out for them. It's so impressive to see this kind of aggression coming out. You win that fight in the middle with the AWP. If you're almost any other team on Inferno, you're thinking, great, we've won.
We've got the pick.
Yeah, we've got the pick. We've got more than 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Let's just figure out what we're going to do now. And they just keep following it up with aggression. More than anything, I'm kind of shocked that Liquid are this good at holding it. Because I think you'd see a lot of teams would be crushed by that kind of speed because you're not used to it.
And the crazy thing as well is, I mean, the fun thing for VEGA is, to their game plan, they're probably doing it exactly as the way they wanted it because it's taking massive individual levels, efforts from guys like Twist, we just saw there, Elige, to kind of hold down some of these rounds, Elige to win some of those clutches, Nitro as well.
Yeah.
But if you're VEGA, that's exactly what you want. You want to have those heads-up one-on-one fights. You want them to be having to make hero plays because that's where you can match them. Your players have the skill in those kind of scenarios.
Now, the one thing that I don't really know about with VEGA is, do they have the depth to sort of slow it down and change and play differently? Because it's not been working for 7 rounds here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, does it? We'll see if they make that switch. They did just call a tactical timeout, and this looks like they're going to do more of a default. There's the opening pick. As you said in the previous round, they just hurried things after this. The boost comes up. There's a second. The peek from Nitro is going to trade it off. That's a critical trade for Liquid to stay alive into this round. How aware is Stanislaw that more pressure is coming?
Again, they have the man lead. They don't really need to take that many risks on the VEGA side, but Hutchie seems like he is playing a little bit risky up on the smoke there. Could have been spammed by somebody, and now there's a big rotation coming in. In fact, the whole Liquid squad is here. They've put it all on the A-bomb site, and they just might be right. Stan is going to get a bullet to the face. That's Kashanda taking him down. And on the site, Nitro gone immediately. Hutchie with a great second kill. And JDM, he hears the bomb, but he's going to spam just a second too late. And the bomb will have gone down, and that was maybe his only chance, was to stop the bomb. Hutchie with a nice triple kill, and finally, VEGA are on the board. Yeah,
all thanks to Hutchie just from the balcony. That was beautiful shots as well because Liquid had the right call. Rotate everyone over and just gamble it. Now it's the nightmare scenario. This is why VEGA probably wasn't feeling too uncomfortable through these losses. As we saw in the freeze time of the previous round, 3 Liquid players were below $100 in the bank. So they have to save. So all of a sudden, VEGA, if you can rack up, the next 2 rounds, this will likely be a double save. Then all of a sudden, you can get right back into this game. One more win, and you're kind of starting to equalize things and start to feel good on your T side.
We're seeing P250s instead of C75s. That's a bit interesting.
It is
on the Liquid side.
Yeah.
It seems like that's sort of bucking the trend a bit.
Yeah, the CZs have gotten powerful, but here's a good setup towards the B bomb site. There's this the P250 getting a kill, getting an AK. 3 players with Kevlar on the Liquid side. He can pass this over. The question is, how quickly does VEGA try and go to the other bomb site?
Yeah, they're kind of spread out all over the place, just picking up the bomb now and starting to make the rotation. When that smoke goes in, Twist surely is going to call that in and sort of say, okay, well, maybe we need to do something.
Yeah, the danger is Liquid's going to start pushing down Banana, and JR's alone with the bomb, and if they catch him, if he slows this down too much, and actually he's not going to go at mid, I think he would have made it anyways. They're going to come out balcony. How much does Team Liquid want to chase this down? I think if Twist gets 1 kill, they'll full commit to it.
Is he just going to hide behind the box? It's a pretty good place to get a headshot if they go and check it. JR looking a bit behind. The bomb is still up there. That's a good headshot on Elige. That should give them a bit of space to work with. Now rushing down Twist with the grenades as well. JDM with a good crossfire to take down Mir, and that leaves all of this in a 3 versus 3. The bomb will be going down, although it's planted on the inside of the bomb site, which is something that I really hate to see. You can get some horrible after-plant situations when you start doing that. Although VEGA should be in control of this. That's a good peek. JR peeking all the way into the hallway. No shoulder peeking happening there, and gets a follow-up spray. A nice triple here, and Nitro's going to run away, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Save the AK-47. I think there was 1 player with just under 6,000 in the bank, so that's the next question. Does Team Liquid want to buy a bit early just based off getting this AK-47? Like, if you can get an AWP in JDM and then an AK next to him or, on the other side of the map, is it actually worth it? I imagine with this kind of a lead, Liquid is just going to save in the next round regardless, but either way, VEGA's going to get their second, starting to claw back into it. Haven't been able to build up too much money just because the losses sustained there. And yeah, I think whoever had that 6,000 actually bought a little bit more than I remembered.
Yeah,
it was like 5,500. The overlay's not updating. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, right?
Okay.
Also, they could have had maybe 3 rifles in this round, which, given the lead and everything else, might not entirely be worth it.
You're just risking a lot for not a huge payoff, I feel.
Elige had the money to go sort of halfway there with the MP9. And who knows? Again, 3 men in B early on, and then 2 on A. And VEGA more or less spread out all across the map. It's kind of interesting to see this.
Part of their efforts to maybe slow things down and be a bit more calculated. They haven't had a whole lot of trouble finding the opening kills, even in full gun rounds from Team Liquid. VEGA's done a very good job of finding those, and Hutchie just having some presence in these A-holes. But the main force of the attack looks like it's going to be Banana, where there's 3 players from Liquid here, including that AK-47.
And they're actually ready for someone to be pop-flashed in on the VEGA side. They've got Chopper sort of where he was looking into a wall just a second ago, so they were expecting that maybe Liquid would come take a look. And we'll see how that AK fares. It's Nitro after all. Be a bit of a quick peek there. JDM starts it off. That's going to slow down VEGA. Mir with the return. There's Nitro with a spray through the smoke. He gets one, and a great follow-up there. It was Elige to steal the kill, but Hutchie almost out of health. And Elige actually doing a lot of the work now with the MP9, picking up an AK and following it up. Ends up with a triple kill. That's a fantastic turnaround, just when VEGA was starting to make it work. Yeah,
but that's a mistake from VEGA in that kind of a situation. If you have all 5 players in Banana, I mean, one of the advantages you obviously don't know if they're saving quite yet, but they have at least 1 AK-47. Just do your full execute. But if you're going to start dry walking in, you run the risk of walking into that stack, a stack that we've seen Team Liquid more than happy to make throughout, the opening portions of this game. And all of a sudden, Nitro, that smoke comes out late. The first player goes down to the pistol that's boosted up. He's caught off guard. Then the pop flash comes in because you've given up the game. You have all these tools that could have helped you, and now running through smoke, running through fire, doing it again, and it's not going well. Nitro and Elige locking down the top of Banana, and very quickly this investment from VEGA is shut down. Back to square one for VEGA Squadron again with the aggressive play, and I kind of like it. I mean, I think it is exciting, but it's not working. The flashbang over the wall, the instant peek with the MAC-10, I could see a lot of teams getting caught off guard. But Liquid just are holding their own right now. Elige and Nitro at 15 and 14 kills there. I mean, that is scary. We get a lot of those. We get a lot of those plays in North America, Anders. That's something that we've gotten used to over the years. We were born in this kind of Counter-Strike. Yeah.
No, and it is kind of funny, right? Because you do see people like, Stewie coming out of the American scene. And he's
Perfected
someone...
the madness.
Yeah, he's someone who would fit kind of well into the Vegas style of play. Maybe not so much anymore, but now that he's matured a bit. But early on in his career, sure. Maybe that's the reason why it's not working out so well for VEGA.
Yeah, regardless, though, Team Liquid reversing that previous round and just really starting to rack this up. 5 kills here. That builds them so much money, denying a bomb plant as well. They are set to have a very, very big half, recovering quickly after just those 2 losses. So this could be a very strong CT side for a map that feels like it's a bit more T-sided recently. I know you feel that same way, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like just many teams are not good at playing the CT side anymore, and I'll grant them sort of the benefit of the doubt and say, well, yes, also there's been some changes that have made it a little bit easier to play the T side.
Yep.
And there's the whole economy question and everything else, but I don't think that's the only thing. I think teams have also just got slightly lazy. So it's actually really refreshing to me to see Liquid play this well on CT side.
One of the things we're seeing out of this CT side that we haven't necessarily seen every team do on Inferno is this, this defense is very aggressive. I mean, you could see they've been pushing down towards the base of Banana a couple times. They've been challenging for top Banana control. And now the reason why they've been so successful at it is at times Vega's just kind of bum rush that top Banana, right? Which is pretty not easy to hold, but you have an advantage there as a CT if you have the good system. T-sides from like the top teams from like a FaZe, from an Astralis are going to be a little bit more calculated, a little more slow paced, and they're going to be able to challenge you better. And this is JDM, I think, just getting bored, wanting to peek down mid. He's like, oh, they've got pistols. Time for me to get up on the scoreboard.
It's been lounging for too long, Moses.
It's not doing bad, though. 11-7, 14 for Nitro, 15 for Elige.
See, now I am starting to get a little bit worried for VEGA. It feels like we're just getting some repeats of sort of earlier strategies and really sort of running their heads against the wall right now. It is obviously the style that they like to play, and again, we're seeing the aggressive play up middle through the smoke, just flashing their way in and running. This is, again, a little bit offbeat.
Yeah, but they've stalled out. They haven't found any kills here, which is what that was kind of designed to do. And now it's just kind of like, okay, what now? Because you have Elige, he just scanned down Banana. He's getting aggressive. He's peeking down. He sees nothing. He can have a quick flank when this eventually comes in. And if they lose track, JDM can find that pick. He's not able to do it. And there's Mir. He's pouncing. JDM caught with a nade in his hand. So finally, VEGA find it.
Twist caught with his feet on fire for a bit. Kashenda with a great little boost there. Up on top, Mir with a headshot. Kashenda does go down. It's just Twist in the pit alone. He's going to get one in midair. Transfer the sprays onto Hutchie. And eventually he will be going down. But that was so good from Twist. That's some real awareness.
Almost the heroics. Even from Chopper on VEGA as well, to have the presence of mind to keep watching the flank when your teammate is all falling to one player at the A site. He finds Elige. I thought Twist was going to give him the chance. Regardless, 10-3. Good job from VEGA. I think we're going to see something similar. I mean, it's been kind of the story of this first half as they try and gain some kind of map control somewhere on the map very, very fast, very aggressively, and sometimes even just pop one pop flash through a smoke. And then you kind of go from there because Team Liquid kind of got lured into that trap. It started with JDM taking that peek, and then one player finds some ground on the Rap side. But this time, actually, they don't. They set up in that default, and Chopper's down to very low HP, 19.
Grenade damage, and also 2 AWPs in play right now for Liquid, so that might just make it a little bit more difficult. That's a great peak for JDM, and this time they've got some backup here in case anyone was going to try and run him down like the last round. They have Stand there under quad just to make sure that doesn't happen. It's just a question of time, I feel like, before someone from VEGA tries to make a crazy play. Usually through a smoke, it seems. They like that.
Well, you better hope it happens soon if you're a VEGA fan, just because 2 players, Mir and Chopper, they're both low, and those are 2 of the bigger name players they have on this team in terms of who we expect to be producing results. So they're going to be out of the action. That leaves it on someone like Kashanda, someone like JR. 4 players going to push up towards top mid. There's just 1 player, Chopper, with 19 HP. He's at Banana just watching for any pushes. Not going to come quite yet. And this is a very passive setup from Stanislaw on Rap side. He's got no support either.
He's hoping that they just don't check this angle quickly enough. Usually they'd be expecting him to be further back. He's going to go for the spray. It was nearly a double kill. Look how low they are all on the Vegas side. 4 of them with almost no health at all. These AWPs might not be the best weapon for it. In fact, 1 missed shot and JDM is out. Now it's Twisted down in the pit, and he's going to get headshot immediately. That was great spray from Mir, and Nitro and Elige just going to have to back off. What a strange round.
I know, how have they lost this with all the HP? 3 players under 10. That's actually insanity. Twist, if he just, I mean, he obviously can't know it. If he doesn't throw that flash and just has gun out, he can likely get 4 quick kills there.
And more.
Yeah, why not?
They're just not getting touched towards the end. That's a bit strange.
Nitro's going to keep us up. 10-4 will be the scoreline. VEGA, if they get 5, that's a respectable half, all things considered, especially seeing as how it was, what, 6 or 7-0 before they put a round on the board. So that would have been a pretty decent run for them at the end, matching Liquid down the stretch here.
Yeah, I mean, it could be salvaged. You can make a comeback from that scoreline. If it was the old Inferno, I would be more pleased with it. I would have said, you know, okay, there's still a bigger chance. I still think this version of Inferno is very rough, especially on the B-bomb side, which you can actually see VEGA have. You were talking about sort of doing the full executes, right? That's something they really haven't been doing all that much. And I think that's one of the most powerful ways to take the B-bomb side. It's just that there's almost nowhere to stand once the Ts have Molotovs.
Yeah, there really isn't, and it's going to be tough, and I think we'll see that at a Liquid in the second half, so we'll have to see if VEGA can respond in kind, or maybe their defense will be just as aggressive as their T side. At the moment, they've left the bomb in T spawn, so we'll have to keep an eye on the radar and see if anyone goes back for it. Early smoke at top mid, probably nervousness out of some of those fast-paced attacks. And there's the turn of the corner. Elige isn't ready for that one. A quick trade from Nitro, but the B bomb site's open. And this is where leaving the bomb in T-spawn really, really hurts. Because they would have loved to have gotten into B. They would have loved to have gotten the plant down right about now so quickly, but they can't. And now Team Liquid, even losing the B bomb site, they might be wondering why the bomb hasn't been planted quite yet.
Yeah, and that confusion is actually keeping JDM on the A-bomb side for a while, although sneaking in with the C-set 75 out is Stanislaw. There's a grenade, and I think they just spotted him out, so there should be a bomb plant, and they should have enough coverage to make sure no one's going to be sneaking through any of the smoke. JR finally able to put it down. That definitely doesn't work, Twist. It does, but just not at that angle. I've played so much around.
Does it work with the FAMAS?
Yes, but you could. I think you could even do it with almost with a USP, but you have to do it at the right angle. That just isn't it. JR is looking for a shoulder peek against JDM. Once he gives up the corner, JDM's going to try and move in. That flashbang does almost nothing. One big opening here is all they need. They don't really have the weapons for a long fight here, Liquid. This has to be quick. And JDM and Stan with the follow-up, taking down JR. Crescenda, the last one left. 1 and 3. And they're right in front, already defusing a bomb. He wants to go for it, but Twist will shot him down. And that's a great retake for Liquid.
Yeah, some phenomenal clutches in this half for Liquid. Give him the 11th round. That's beautiful stuff. It started early on. And then down there to close it out. So an aggressive T side from VEGA, trying to take map control very quickly. Liquid holds on to it, but VEGA is able to put up a respectable T side, Anders.
Yeah, I mean, now when you look at all of those 2v2s early on,
heartbreaking at some degree, right?
If you're VEGA, you must be thinking, damn, this could have worked out. Now, luckily, it is a best of 3, so there's more to come. I'm excited. I'm excited for the prospect, Moses, that you brought up, that maybe they would play the CT side just as aggressively. If they do, cool, then that could be interesting. Yeah,
we could be in for an absolute battle. Yeah, this is, and Team Liquid as well. I think the T side is where some of they're really going to shine with some of their executes of their own. It'll be interesting to see if VEGA can hold those back.
Yeah, we'll see how it all unfolds. It should be coming back with the second half here. Right after a bit of a cooldown. The pistol round obviously going to be completely pivotal here, and there is a bit of a sign that maybe Liquid want to do more than just run in with the Glocks. Those 2 smoke grenades always a giveaway. Nice jump from Crescenda. Always good to get the information if someone is in second mid, but they can't really hold Liquid back from that.
Yeah, the question is, can they stop it? Because there's some utility, 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, all 5 members of Team Liquid at the same bomb site. Twist is going to be a lurker. He's over in A-halls. When does he want to peek? And doubling up in the bomb site, actually that just gets blown up a little bit. Looks like Kashander goes over towards Rap side. There's 1 player in pit, that's Hutji. And actually he transfers to Graveyard. This could be dangerous. There's a decent crossfire setup here for VEGA Squadron.
Yes, there is. Good flashbang makes them very close. Kashander with a great double kill. Twist is going to get 1 in return. JR taking down Twist. And they've spotted out Stan. I don't think he got the reload in time. Elige going to get 1. Stan with a headshot on JR. And somehow, from a 2-on-4 into a 2-on-2, it turns around. Mir trying to sneak through the smoke. And he actually makes it through, but he's almost out of bullets. 1 left. And he's going to get Stan in the last possible shot. Elige with a headshot. And that's how the round ends. Triple for Elige. That was all action for a good 20 seconds in a row. but it's going to be Liquid winning it.
That's absolute madness, and you wanted the aggressive CT side out of VEGA Squadron as well, and not even waiting for the retake. You could see the difference in the two styles. Liquid very, very patient when they retake their bomb sites. VEGA's just coming through that smoke, trying to find that timing, just hoping someone's, taking their attention away for just a half second to get in, and Mir almost makes it work. But stellar shots from Elige, and again, coming down to a close one-on-one. There's a lot of close rounds that could have gone the other way for VEGA.
Now we have the CSET 75s in action. I'm expecting to see a lot of these in this tournament. It just has been steadily more and more popular in the last couple of months, and you can definitely understand why.
The CZ era is back.
Yes.
Yes, to everyone's delight.
I mean, you love it when it works, and when it doesn't, it could definitely be frustrating. Nitro with a headshot on Kashenda, so the scout is gone, and so is Kashenda.
And that's just patience from Liquid. That's what the default is designed to do. You get into a position, you take a little bit of map control, and then you wait and you see if anyone's going to push into you, and then you take a little bit more map control, and you continue to see if the CT side is going to get nervous. Now, the one thing they haven't done is rotate anyone off this B bomb site. It's just 2 players here, but the aforementioned CZ75 still very much dangerous, and now they finally rotate someone off, and that's unfortunately the wrong call for VEGA.
Liquid are setting up for a great execute here on the other side. And again, much more, well, I say much better coordinated, but that was a team flash, so spoke a bit too soon. Hutchie's gone down, so it doesn't really matter now for Liquid. They've got 35 seconds in a 5 versus 2.
Yeah, it was a fake, wasn't it? So Stan's just going to fall back. He'll be able to watch. He's trade spots with Twist, who's going to take this fight from range, hoping to get the bonus money. CZ shuts him down. Now Stan pounces. He's got the angle, but he doesn't have a whole lot of health. It's going to be a round for Team Liquid. They'll be at 13. Chopper likely to go down here. Gets one more before being traded away.
Yeah, not bad at all. I mean, Liquid now have such a great buffer, I feel like, until they even halfway have to worry.
Have to consider in the back of their minds. Although, well, we say that, but this is Team Liquid, and I think at this point in the lifeline of this, they've probably beaten into their players the sense that you never think you're too far ahead, right?
The organization owner has like a hotline directly to them.
Yeah,
speed dial, just calling them saying, "Stop that right now."
Yep.
Yeah, that could be.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think we've had enough of upsets from Liquid or ridiculous comebacks from their opponents. It's too much now. Though it is entertaining, Moses.
It is very entertaining. You love that kind of entertainment. And here's that's a pretty interesting peek. Again, I don't think there was a pop flash that time for VEGA. They just want to take the fights, and Stan's going to back away into the underpass, and here come the reinforcements from Team Liquid. Now it's pretty easy. It's a shooting gallery, essentially, a top mid, unarmored USPs against AKs, against UMP, and it's all going the way of Liquid. Now they just casually fall back.
Yeah, no trouble at all. I mean, I like the aggression. I actually prefer whenever people do anything on rounds like these, except for like the default spread. I hate it when people just go, 3A, 2B with USPs and just hoping to win fights, because it doesn't really seem to work that well.
No, but you do love when they all stack at the top mid and one person just jumps out and the rest of them follow up and just try and win the fights. That was quite cool. I haven't seen that in a while.
And that's bold Counter-Strike, Moses. I like that.
Yeah.
Chest out, just into the middle. I definitely love that. 14-4 is going to be the scoreline here. No chance at all for VEGA to do much of anything in the second half yet, although they haven't had rifles, which they will now. So we'll see how this unfolds. I mean, this, I feel like, is one of the hardest tests on CT side Inferno, is when you have rifles, but you don't really have the grenades to sort of back them up.
Yeah, the tough part as well is that it's got to be a very clean win. They need to build up the money, and they need to do it immediately. They need to keep 4 players alive at least, so they can just have the kits, have the utility of those next rounds. If they get stuck into that force or in that position where they can still win rounds, they can still buy, but just barely make it, that's going to be a nightmare. They have too many rounds to come back in. Heavy utility usage. I think that's actually a double smoke, so it could be a small mistake from VEGA. And Team Liquid is going to push the envelope, and there's the kill from Stanislaw. Mir trades it off. But a pretty equal trade, all things considered.
That was a nuclear grenade landing on VEGA up there. 2 of their players going very low, and then the following exchange definitely working out well. There's Kashenda taking down Elige, which is one of the heavy hitters. So once he's gone, and they have the man advantage. I'm not sure what Mir is doing right now. That's Almost too much. Don't ever do that again.
He almost gave it up, didn't he? He's going to fall back. He'll get boosted up. He's got the low HP. This is not a bad call whatsoever. And I think Stanizar would love to lurk on his own over at the A bomb site, but they just don't have the manpower to take these sites. Here comes the hit. Going to rush in. They do have smokes, but they're not using them on the cross so far quite yet. There's doubled up as well. Spray down from JR. Are they going to check the boost? They think they will now. They spot him out. He can't get anything. That's heartbreak. And the Molotov is going to delay JR from trying to prevent this plant. And he's not even able to double anything.
3-man peek towards construction to take him down. Even with the bomb, though, they just don't really have the health for this. I feel like Liquid, it would be quite a miracle if they could pick up this round. That UMP on Stan also not helping out whatsoever. And the only thing maybe working here is the fact that there's no defuse kit on VEGA. So if they spent way too much time taking this fight, it could backfire on them. Kashenda looking to make an opening here and walking in towards the site. In the meantime, actually, Twist going to be turning around, and there's the kill. And almost getting Hutchie as well, but not quite. And even without the kid, I think he's just got enough time for it. So VEGA finally picking up one more round. And
finally coming out on the winning end of those clutches, of those pesky 2-on-2s they've struggled with during this entire match, essentially. So,
but it's only like halfway victory, Moses, because you did put in a little bit of a caveat saying they needed to have 4 alive and only 1.
Yeah, they've won the battle, but the war still is looking highly unlikely, and it doesn't seem like they've, that's the thing. I mean, you can look at this buy now, and yeah, they're going for the nades because they know it's going to be another strong purchase from Team Liquid. But 3 UMPs, they're going up against all AK-47s. There's an AWP on JDM. They've got another big test ahead of them where they need to survive with multiple players into this round.
It's an AWP in play on JDM, and you can see the equipment on Liquid is just fine, even losing the round. They're going to be in a good position. 3 UMPs, and if you look at the Molotovs and everything else here, it's not that much on VEGA.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, Liquid, the previous round was that they had UMPs of their own still. They had at least 2 of them, so I mean, that's not a bad round whatsoever, that bonus round, the success that they have there. Opportunity for JDM. The AWP rings out, so now they know it's in play. Stanislaw lurking far, far back with the bomb, giving Team Liquid the option to rotate back to Banana with no fear of their flank. And Liquid just putting presence at top mid, and this has peeled the rotation away. This has peeled Mir back over towards the A bomb site, so it's just Chopper at about half HP, all alone at B. Everyone over here at A for VEGA.
Such a hard role to play if you're a Chopper, because if you fall too far back, then you're not going to have any information and you can't call for backup in time. Instead, it's going to be over at the archway with Mir going down to Twist, JR getting the last bullet through the smoke, and Nitro goes down, rotating towards the B bomb side through the CT spawn. There's a bit of a fight emerging, and JR again coming out on top here. Twist is no more, and now they're getting shut down from the other side. This is a really good defense in the middle of the map, really, and JDM in a 1 versus 3 with the AWP is going to be double peak there. JR with a triple. I feel like that was an incredibly confusing round for both teams.
Yeah, I thought Liquid was going to have that. I thought they had all the positioning. The one thing they didn't do is stop VEGA from getting out of library from that A bomb site. When they're rotating back towards CT spawn, both players ran through the pathway. They're trying to get to that B bomb site to make the split happen, but the defense just gets there a step ahead of them, cuts them off, and then Chopper makes his presence. And smart decision from Chopper as well. I really liked it. Instead of trying to defend the bomb site with a UMP and half HP and nothing else, he just goes back and he helps them out in CT spawn. He just makes a distraction so Elige can't feel comfortable taking any fights. And then he just retakes with his squad. So that's a really, really good decision.
Yeah, you have to love that. So the gap is still pretty wide, I would say, but at least they're starting to make it competitive here on VEGA.
Yeah.
A little bit of a worry on the Liquid team. You could definitely tell that they've got to sort of redouble their efforts here and make sure they just close out this map.
Yes, I mean, that's, yeah, with this big of a lead, certainly you'd think that they wouldn't be able to drop this one, especially because I think Yanko mentioned on the desk, we did find out that coaches can talk during freeze time. And every heartbreaking loss that Liquid has had in the past few months after the game, if I've talked to Zeus, he's always been like, I've known the answer every single time, and I've figured out an answer out of timeouts every single time. But the fact that, once they run out of timeouts, you can't talk, that's always been what he feels has been the big crux, is they haven't had anyone who's been able to see the whole picture the way that he can. So now that he's able to talk during freeze time, it's just going to make it that much harder for VEGA to come back, I think.
Yeah, he's got such a presence, Zeus, when you talk to him, right? He's not the sort of person you could just ignore. If he's going to have an opinion in the team, then they're definitely going to listen.
Yeah, he is that forceful, the forceful personality that's like a young team needs. Especially, it's crazy to think how young some of these guys are on the Liquid side. Especially someone like Elige, someone like Nitro, since they've been around competing for 3-4 years now. It's insane to think. So, regardless, I think that can't see the economy at the moment, obviously, but I think that's the round that is going to force Liquid to have, you know, some kind of a half buy, if anything, a save perhaps. I think this is where Vega's finally stabilized a bit on the CT side. That's not the smile of someone worried, Anders.
No, I mean, I don't think they should be yet. I think they've got the lead so far, but obviously you wanna be able to knock this out quick so that you can get into map number 2 and just finish the day and get on to the main tournament. Scary for Liquid if they somehow wouldn't make it through. I mean, scary for Vega too, but Liquid maybe especially.
I don't think it's that scary for Vega. I think that's part of what makes a lot of us come into this wildcard match and say this is actually pretty dangerous for Team Liquid, is because Vega is that team with absolutely nothing to lose. They're not expected to move on in any way. Nades ringing out, good damage with the utility. There's the smoke, the presence is known. There's already some rotations from the A bomb site. 2 players getting pulled out towards Rap side. That leaves Hutchie alone in pit. This fake from Team Liquid so far has worked magnificently. Still a long way to go to pull it off.
They definitely need that kill in pit, and the pit player is always hard to get rid of, especially when you have pistols, but coming out of the balcony is definitely possible.
His only support is the AWP as well. If JR just misses one shot, or if he gets smoked off, then Hutchie's feeling very, very alone. And I'm actually amazed that Vega is keeping 3 players at this B bomb site.
Definitely does not seem like it's necessary from this point of view, although the grenades have just, I think, been used for Liquid. I don't think really they have anything left outside of this, so Kashenda gonna get the first kill. Hutchie, he's still behind cover, and he's gonna win that fight. That's a really important kill. The follow-up is great as well, looking for the triple. He takes down every single one. Nitro in a battle for his life. Not gonna win it against the UMP, so now they're halfway there, Moses.
They are. It's not looking too bad. They hold on. That was big. I mean, they had a huge advantage in that round, so props to Vega, despite some of the over-rotation. Great job holding down pit, not getting lured out of that position. So strong as well, using the cover wisely. And now we get back to the buy rounds for Team Liquid. They weren't able to get a plant, but this is great from Hutchie. I'm actually surprised that no one from Liquid, that 2 players jumped out to the left. I would have thought that they would have just wanted to swarm pit, but maybe there was a miscall, that someone perhaps was lane. Maybe someone thought they heard a footstep.
Yes, that could have been. You're right. I mean, you can isolate sometimes players in quad if you think that's where they are, but definitely did not have the right read in that situation. Lots of AKs there on the Liquid side, and they've kept on to the UMP on Kashenda, even though they are sort of near the edge of this map, but why not?
I'm going to go right through this. Pop flashes up. It doesn't blind Kashena. There's the smoke, and they're just going to push through. He's taken out so low, and actually Hutchie again is the only person here. Can they find him inside the smoke? Dropping down to the other side. They're so blind. No one's looking. Double kill. That's the bomb. He's frozen this round. He's given the rotations a chance, and he's done massive damage. Twist brings it into a one-on-one.
That is a mad play from Hutchie. If we can see that from a third-person view at some point, you're going to see just a crazy play out from that Haykart, and now it's a 1 versus 1. Twist with the AK, JR with the AWP walking in on the side, and Twist has really no idea where he's coming from, so he's just going to hide behind the box, and JR making his way in on the other side. Everything rides on this for Vega. If he misses the shot, he's going to be gone almost immediately. Getting close now, he tries to look over. Does he see the top of the face? He does! There's the kill! JR able to pick it up. That's so scary. Twist just banking on the fact that he was going to walk in or at least make some noise from a different direction. And that will be the round 8-14.
Yeah, he had that's a tough spot to be put in that one-on-one when you have no information of where your opponent is coming from. And
this is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, this is so sick. I mean, they don't find him inside the smoke. He drops down. The flashbang works perfectly, just blinding Nitro, which gives him time to get JDM, and then he keeps it up. And more importantly, it's what gives his teammate that one window of opportunity to come through the smoke and just get one more kill. And even if he had gotten away after that, but he's allowed them to get it into a one-on-one when it looked like it might have just been a lost bomb site.
I can't remember the last time I've casted a game that had so many sort of 1v1s and 2v2s. I feel like it's almost every single round that it's down to just a really close
post-plant situation.
Yeah.
And it's a tough call for Twist as well, with no intel of where the opera could be, to just grab at that box and just watch the one angle and just kind of cross your fingers.
Uh-oh. Banana rushes in. Chopper getting the Molotov support and a little bit of backup there. They will be able to, even with a team kill, it makes it even easier, but they could have got overrun. Instead, it's Mir with a triple kill.
And neither team has had a whole lot of success at establishing that top banana control, which is a little bit frightening, I think, if you're Team Liquid, just because you're supposed to be the more practiced team, and this is your pick. So not able to find success on that part of the map quite yet. Another gun round coming in with the plant, with the bonus money building up as well for the Liquid side of things. But a great run here late in the game for VEGA, trying to bring things back.
Yeah, and starting to put Mir into play a little bit. I feel like he's been a bit quiet compared to what I had.
He had a slow start, didn't he?
Yeah, we need more. We need liftoff, Moses. Get him into orbit. Bit of space station humor. There's the grenade to send Stan into orbit, and Elige will get the kill on JR. Hutchie's next in line. Elige now tired of playing on Inferno, just wants to close it out, and the flashbang to help him out. Keshenda is gone. Elige with a triple, and now it's Chopper and Mir. 2 versus 4. They almost have to go for this retake, but it's just almost impossible as well. JDM with a great kill on Mir, and Chopper alone. He's been discovered. He does have the bomb, which is weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Nitro made that peek with the bomb. Just get into the site. Elige is such low HP. Goes for the peek anyways. 4 kills, but single-handedly takes over A Halls. That is brilliant stuff. And that's the star power from Elige. You're just mentioning, Mir's the guy that you want to see do that on the VEGA side.
Yes.
But struggles a little bit in this game, and Elige, that's the star power that sometimes is just so difficult to match. And I think the great part about that, it's the 2 kills in Halls early on are phenomenal, but it's the call for a pop flash from his teammate who's saying, you got the 2 kills, I'm going to pick up the pace, someone flash A, whoever's in position, just throw the flash, see if I can get that 3rd guy, and he does find it.
So to defend here in the 25th round, just at map point for Liquid, VEGA have 3 FAMASes and almost no grenades. That's very upsetting. You obviously want to put in a big effort towards the end, but it's not easy when this is what you have. Liquid just going for a bit of a spread, taking control of apartments, and putting some shots through over at Banana.
Yeah, Nitro taking a lot of damage. Returning some of his own, Chopper and JR down a little bit. But this is great positioning for the AWP, and this does allow VEGA to rotate that 4th player back towards the A bomb, so we see this so frequently. Pop Flash is going to force JR back and at least make Chopper return, just to consider the fact that he might have to help his teammate there. This is all just a chess match between the 2 AWPers to grab the angle and see if they can find the pick.
That could definitely open it up for Liquid. If they could get JDM in play. Shenda goes for a peek, but Twist is just a bit wider out than he had expected. So he ends up sort of losing that battle. That's really tough.
Look at this gamble that VEGA's doing on map point as well. 3 players over towards the B bomb site early on, and oh my god, it might actually pay off. This could be a genius call. They're going to go for aggression, though. They know they can't keep this manpower here. They have to find the information. Here comes the battle, but JR loses it, and now there's still 2 players here. That could catch Liquid off guard.
Great position there for Chopper. Just nothing but headshots, but he's going to go down. They're not expecting Mir. He's still in the back with the FAMAS. There's going to be 1 kill. Goes for a bit more. Delays the plant. If he can get Elige, that's the bomb. Down with 14 seconds. And Mir, is it enough? He's trying to stay alive, but that Molotov is going to force him out. Hudgy now. He's got maybe 1 chance to stop the bomb plant. The smoke is up. He puts a couple of shots through, but Twist is going to hold it down. And the shot through the smoke. JDM takes him down, and Liquid win map number 1 here. That's very impressive. That could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, but you can see the danger from VEGA. I mean, the great call there at the end to stack 3 players. That's risky on map point, but a brilliance to make the call, to have the balls to do it. And then also, I mean, you have to say that CT side from them was looking pretty good, all things considered. Yeah, they didn't win the pistol round, but it took that 1 round from Elige, who I think you have to say wins this match for Liquid. Just the 4 kills in Halls into that A bomb site was huge.
I didn't see the scoreboard at the end entirely. I think he ended up at like 27 kills or something.
Like
so
that, yeah.
That is just a classic Elige performance. And you never get bored of watching those, do you?
No, you don't. He has some good style when he gets those 27 kills. It's not like those players where they quietly get up there and you're like, oh my god. It's